same date, firstly at 10:58 and then secondly at 11:24, with Mr. Brown Mogotsi calling back at 12:29. Then still on the same date at 12:31, Mr. Mogotsi is sending a screenshot of his communication with the number saved as Senzo Mchunu. The screenshot, the communication is between Brown Mogotsi and the number saved Senzo Mchunu. It is talking to the beginning of the message, which is sent by Brown Mogotsi to a number saved Senzo Mchunu, but it's screenshotted and sent to Mr. Kat Madlanga. It reads, "Morning, Minister, in
General,
Durban."
just before we go into the body of the text, so this message was sent to Mr. Madlanga 30 January 12:31. And then I just wanted you to, before you go into the body of text, there's a date above the text, before it says Morning Minister. Is that the date?
The date
on which Mr. Mogotsi communicated with the person he calls minister?
That is correct, Commissioners. The date that is within the screenshot is the date the message in the screenshot was sent by Mr. Mogotsi to the Minister, which is Sunday, the 26th of January. But the screenshot is sent on the 30th, so around 4 days after the communication.
Thank you. You can now go to the body of the text.
And the message reads, "Morning, Minister, I'm in Durban and can confirm that they got nothing. They got nothing on Phoenix Saga, and our contact says they could not even go to any bank. By the way, the girl is also here." Then it continues.
Do you know what the Phoenix Saga was?
No, that's negative, Commissioner. We do not know.
And do you know anything about the girl, the person described simply as the girl?
No, we know nothing, Commissioner.
Thank you.
And then the next paragraph it reads, "Tomorrow we are signing the practice notes on the Northwest PEC matter for the SCA in Pretoria with the Senior Counsel. The matter will be a month from tomorrow." That is the second paragraph on this communication.
Do you know what matter that is?
No, also we do not know what the matter around the signing of practice of practice notes. We do not know. And then the next part then talks to the briefings. The first briefing, number 1, it talks to the business women who would like to assist our program, also participated in the BRICS cybersecurity, is available to meet with the minister. Apparently you did meet before. Same applies to that number 1 under briefing. We do not have an idea or the whole information beyond that, what is written there. Then number 2, the guy of the funding 20 is also in Johannesburg from Tuesday. He is the one I said has 3 billion contract with SAPS. Again, on number 2, although it can talk to some of the charts that we have been going through, but its accuracy is not 100% if it's referring to Mr. Matlala or any other person. Then the next point under briefings, number 3, or it's just the last paragraph, it says, also meeting with the DNC and COS today in Durban for finalization of Kumalo and Mkwanazi matters. Then the next message, or maybe let me pause there, Chair, and say, according to our analysis of that, it talks to the General Kumalo and General Mkwanazi in terms of the communication chats that we have been seeing between especially the two, Matlala as well as Mogotsi. Then the next message that is forwarded, still sent by Mr. Mogotsi to the minister, and then a screenshot to Mr. Matlala. DNC is waiting for the COS here. This is very significant. Our interpretation is the DNC is the short weight of Deputy National Commissioner in the SAPS, and the COS is a short weight of Chief of Staff. And then
And the two generals referred to there, would that be you and the provincial commissioner, or would it be different people?
that is correct. If we look at the events starting from the 31st, the signing of the letter, as well as the misinformation. The misinformation would always have those two names or one of those names. We can even refer to the Constitutional Court case where the talk is, according to our understanding, it's talking to the Kumalo, myself. Hence, then we say we can deduct that the Kumalo and Mkwanazi referred to are myself and the Provincial Commissioner of KZN.
And the matters of these generals referred to, do you know what those matters are?
We cannot exactly point out, Commissioner, as to which matters there were. During that period, there were a lot of matters that will be discussed within that space.
Would matters possibly even mean issues, not...
That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
And then at the end of those messages, then the response interpreted as from the number saved, Senzo Mchunu, response is don't unnecessarily. So that will be the end then of that screenshot that was shared by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala. Then on the same page 70, we are now moving on with the communication starting at 2037, still on the 30th of January, with Brown Mogotsi indicating to Mr. Matlala that they just left the Lekgotla, and we are not aware or sure as to who is he referring to by saying they. The response at 2039 on the same date, Mr. Matlala is asking...
But the word Lekgotla, what is it ordinarily used in relation to?
If my common knowledge serves me well, we normally see the word associated with government meetings that are sometimes referred to as the Lekgotla.
Is it not usually used in relation to cabinet?
That is correct.
Thank you.
Did you perhaps try to find out whether there was a cabinet lekhotla in that period?
No, not yet,
In the analysis?
Commissioner. We have not yet followed that part of investigation. Then, moving on the same date at 2039, Mr. Matlala is sending a message to Mr. Brown asking, so what's the plan? Should I make my way there or what? With the response from Mr. Mogotsi, I'm waiting confirmation, and thereafter the next communication is on the 31st of January at 10:07 in the form of calls, and another call at 10:42, another call at 11:04 on the same date. All those calls were made by Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi. Then on the same day, around 11:05, there is a message that is sent by Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, reading Chief of Staff. And then the next message then from Mr. Matlala to Brown Mogotsi on the same day. It reads, please arrange meeting as soon as possible. I think they are escalating the matter to him of non-performance, or rather, let me meet you and you will explain it to the minister. The interpretation of the message together with the email that was then forwarded, or that was from the division, human resource management of SAPS, that was talking about the non-performance of Mr. Matlala's company, then we are using it as a reason for this message that Mr. Matlala is sending to Mr. Brown Mogotsi, thinking that they escalate this matter to him, thinking that they, the human resource management or the SAPS, they escalating this matter to him, this matter of non-performance, or rather, let me meet you and you'll explain it to the minister. So the interpretation is the escalation of this matter to the minister. Then the next screenshot is sent by Mr. Brown to the Chief of Staff on the 31st at 12:34 to a number saved as Senzo Chief. Hence, then we are concluding that is the Chief of Staff in the office of the ministry, because of how the number is saved, Senzo Chief. Then the screenshot, it is for the screenshot of the same letter, parts of the letter that was sent then by Division Human Resource Management to Mr. Ket Matlala. This screenshot is now forwarded by Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, which is then followed by...
So just to pause there, General, just to be clear, this is the same letter, this letter that it seems Mr. Mogotsi is sending to this person, is the same letter that's on page 66 of the chats.
That is correct, Commissioners.
You can
It's
see that
part
it's the
of-
same, but it's part, yeah.
But the difference is it is now the screenshot which shows that this letter was somehow received by the Senzo chief was once received by a Senzo chief. Now, the same letter now, it's a screenshot that is sent by Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala. Then on the next page, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending his screenshot of his chat with the Chief of Staff as a proof of escalating the matter to the Minister, as it reads: "This matter may be escalated to you because of non-performance. Our guy needs your intervention. January 8 guy, who is about to take over our program. This non-performance is as a result of non-payment or late payment." Then the next message reads, "I am sending him your numbers that you meet, please." So the screenshot is sent to Mr. Matlala by Brown Mogotsi as proof of the matter being escalated to the Chief of Staff.
So your interpretation of our guy in that message is Mr. Matlala?
That is correct, Commissioners, because he's the only guy or a person who is part of this non-performance and reviewing or reviewal of the contract.
And then he says, "I'm sending him your numbers that you meet him." And then it's followed with...
Just before you move on to what follows, do you have any idea, General, as to what our program is? The sentence that says, "January 8 guy who is about to take over our program." What program is that? And what does taking it over mean?
Yeah, looking at the previous charts and the involvement of Mr. Matlala, the January 8 guy might be referring to him, who is about to take over our program. That can relate to any program within maybe even the political space of the ministry. That can also be, if I may add, because we saw on the previous charts where there were discussions around the payments for the membership in regions. So hence then one can associate the program as with a political program of some sort.
So in the then the next thing within the screenshot is, "I'm sending him your numbers that you meet him, please."
Yes. Then I'm going to explain that further after going through the next two messages. Then the first one, still on the 31st of January at 12:35, then Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending the number of the Chief of Staff as we know it, 08260490.
You don't need to read out the number, but it's at the bottom, that first message, the one that says begin V card.
Yes.
There's a number at the bottom of the message, of the contact that's being sent.
Yes.
The cell number. And you confirm that that cell number
Yes.
belongs to the Chief of Staff.
Yes, Commissioners. Then we are linking that message that is sending the number with the message on the screenshot above that talks to "I'm sending him your numbers."
Yes.
Then the next is a message again from Brown Mogotsi, sending it to Mr. Ket Madlanga, but it is addressed to the Chief of Staff. The message reads, "Hello, Chief of Staff. Got your number from Mr. Brown, requesting a meeting, please. I will try my best, commissioners, to interpret this so confusing chart. We read it together with the screenshot that was talking to "I'm sending him your numbers, that you meet him, please." And thereafter, it's the number that is sent by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Madlanga. Then next is a draft message drafted by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Madlanga to send it to the Chief of Staff, addressed to the Chief of Staff. That is the interpretation of that whole, looks like confusing charts on page 72. And then after that, then Mr. Mogotsi is sending a message now, please talk to him. The him then is interpreted as the Chief of Staff. Then the next page, 73, still on the 31st at 12:39, a call from Mr. Mogotsi and another call from Mr. Mogotsi at 13:40. And then Mr. Madlanga is returning those calls then on the same date at 13:40. We then move to another breaking story, which is a screenshot of a story, or a screenshot that is now forwarded, sent by Mr. Madlanga to Mr. Mogotsi. The screenshot, it's about the breaking news. Police witnesses changed their statements. The story is about the case that was on during that time within the SAPS, more specifically the Division Crime Intelligence, where the story was alleging that the witnesses in that departmental case against Major General Firoz Khan of Crime Intelligence deliberately changed their affidavit in exchange for promotion. So the story is about is alleging that the chairperson of that departmental case, which was the Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal, Lieutenant General Mchunu, has approached the witnesses to change their statements to ensure that the findings during that hearing will be against Major General Khan. And then it goes on then to say Mchunu was appointed by...
General, before you go on, when was the hearing? Do you know when that hearing took place?
The hearing, I do not have the exact date, but it was around the same period or week the message was sent, around the beginning of February. So that was then another news or misinformation that was circulating then on both the print and social media.
So, and was this the hearing that General Mchunu testified to in the commission?
That is correct, Commissioners.
And the outcome of the hearing was contrary to what he said in this?
Yes,
paragraph.
the outcome of the hearing was contrary to what the story is pointing towards. Which was,
just if you remind the commissioners what the outcome was.
the outcome was Major General Khan was cleared of any wrongdoing, which is contrary to what the the story is projecting. Then the response by Brown Mogotsi after receiving this screenshot from Matlala is disappointed.
Sorry, General. Your name is also mentioned in this, this post or this article, and it refers to first that the provincial commissioner was appointed by you to chair that departmental hearing. Is that correct?
That is correct, Commissioners.
It also talks about you and General Mchunu conspiring against high-ranking police officials. You see that paragraph, the third from the bottom. Do you want to comment on that?
Third paragraph from bottom.
Yes. Of page 73.
On page 73, Mchunu and Khumalo, who are long-time friends from KZN, and they meet regularly, monthly, where the two conspire against high-ranking police officials to have them removed with false cases from their positions, which allow them to appoint their own puppets to the set positions. That is the paragraph that talks to what I explained, that the misinformation was preempting the case, the departmental case, that Lieutenant General Mchunu was going to be the chair appointed by myself. So that paragraph is summing up the unfounded allegations that the appointer and the appointee, definitely they are going to make sure that the affected employee then will be dealt with the other way round. Whereas then, that's when I said then the outcome then came opposite to what the misinformation note was preempting. But also, if I can touch on the other paragraph on page 74,
Yes.
just to show the continuation of this misinformation that started from the 31st of December, that in any misinformation, there should either be a General Khumalo, a General Mchunu, and a political task team, even if it's irrelevant. Because if you are writing a story, the headline talks to a witness change statements for a promotion. It talks to the witness of a disciplinary case. But then towards the end, there is irrelevant. I will say irrelevant because of the heading. Now, because in this story, there must be something that talks to the political killings task team together with the two generals.
And you're referring specifically to the paragraph
The
saying,
second paragraph, maybe let me start
the
reading.
one a police
from-
brigadier in the finance department, is that it?
Yeah, maybe let me start reading from the first paragraph. The witness also revealed how Mchunu, the chairperson of the departmental case, will not allow Khan to have any representative present during the departmental trial and will be dismissed, which is totally contrary to the police regulations. And then a police brigadier in finance department at the police headquarters in KZN, who asked not to be named, explained how Mchunu had quietly funded Khumalo's political task team with KZN funds. That is just an example as to how misinformation and fake news will be created as if they make sense, because it is known, and it has been known since the establishment of the task team, that it's funded from national level. Now, if we may recall, this is happening after the disbandment letter. Now, anything that will be negative around the project leader and the provincial commissioner, then who is where the project is, then will have to be painted with all information, negative information that will support the decision to disband. One can interpret all this information around these names, as well as the political killing task team, as an effort of wanting to provide the reasons afterwards of the decision to disband. And then the response
You can go to the response, yes.
response by Mr. Brown Mogotsi after receiving this message is as read, that he is disappointed. And then on the same day, on the 2nd of February, Mr. Mogotsi is writing a message to Mr. Matlala, saying just have to leave everything, have without A. On the same date, then there are two calls that are made by Mr. Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi at 12:27 and 12:28. And then Mr. Brown responding after those missed calls with a message, small session with lawyers to Mr. And then to Mr. Matlala. Then Mr. Matlala, after receiving that message on the same date at 12:28, is sending a message to Mr. Mogotsi, written or read, "This is in your favor. Actually, it disrupts their plan against Khan." Now, that message can be maybe clearly understood if read together with the fake news or the misinformation story that I was explaining, with the sender of that story indicating that this is in your favor. Actually, it disrupts their plan against Khan. Then the response from Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Kat Matlala says, maybe, but that is not my plan. And then Mr. Matlala responds, I thought you, the one who published the story, interpreted that message as if it's talking to the misinformation on the story that was forwarded or sent to him. Then that is followed by a call from Mr. Brown Mogotsi and another call from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi. Then on the 7th, after that, or in the morning it's that call, then in the afternoon, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending another breaking news. Now it's Mogotsi now sending breaking news to Matlala, whereas the previous one, it was vice versa. This breaking news talks to the NPA ID Guns for National Police Rock Unit. The heading talking to the NPA Investigative Directorate ID, raiding National Police Commissioner Fani Masimula and National Crime Intelligence Head, Lieutenant General Kumalo, offices after serving them with notices of arrest. This comes after an investigation lodged by Parliament Police Portfolio Committee. The heading itself, Chairperson, shows towards the misinformation, looking at the mixture of processes and the understanding itself that there are lots of, starting with the breaking news, NPA ID guns for National Police Rock Unit. This is how the PKTT was known after the disbandment letter. Now, the first heading under breaking news is talking to the Rock Unit, which is PKTT, but then the heading itself, it's totally different. It's talking